Hi everyone. So in the last videos, I went through how to add an item, which is this right here that everybody can see, how to add a file like this one, how to add a file with statistics tracking so you can see how many students have looked at it, and then how to create an assignment, which is right here. In this video, we're going to talk about the other type of homework you might assign, which is a discussion board. And I think I mentioned this before. Blogs and journals and wikis are all available here. Usually I do not use those, but you can go on YouTube if you're interested to find out how to set up a wiki or how to set up a blog. I find that the three types of assignments I give are regular assignments. I use those for journals and papers, tests, which I sometimes give, and I'll show you how to do that, and then also discussion boards. So let's talk about discussion boards today, and in my next video, I'll show you how to set up a test. So you go to Tools and you click Discussion Board, and here we go. Now, what you need to know about a discussion board is that there is a front door and a back door. What that basically means is that there's the thing that students see on the actual page, and then there is the thing that they see when they click on the discussion forum to create a post. So the most important thing with the discussion forum is that the front door and the back door are the same, because if they're not, then students are going to be very, very confused. So I'll show you what that looks like. This is Unit 3 of my class right now. You can see I have an assignment that I called a journal right there with the description. I have an assignment that I called an essay right here, both using that assignment button. And then here I have the discussion board. So I have a general statement on all discussion forums just about two things, the directions for the class. So first, they need to create a post and comment on the posts of two others. I say how much that should be. So one paragraph for each item below, and then the comments should be 2 to 3 sentences each. By dictating that, I find that you kind of have to tell them how much to write for the comments on other people's posts, because if you don't, then they don't really have that substantial discussion that you're looking for. So what they'll do is kind of go into somebody else's post and be like, good job, you made a good point. That's not what I'm really looking for in a discussion post. So having an item that kind of explains what you're looking for in a discussion forum, or just telling them here, you know, you need to write a paragraph for each thing. You need to write 2 to 3 sentences each. In your comments, give positive feedback and help for the other person, or ask a question, or give a comment, or give your response to their post, whatever you want their directions to be. So this is the front door. This is what they see on the actual page. If I click it, I'm going to show you what it'll look like when they go to create a discussion post. And then I'll go back into my practice and I'll show you how to set this up. Okay, so I have mine set that they have to create a thread first. And this means that they cannot read everybody else's posts before they create one of their own, basically, is what that means. So they'll click Create Thread, and when they click Create Thread, the description and the directions are here again for them. So this is like the back door, okay? So I have made the mistake before of not having the same description in the front door and the back door. So the front door might say something like, put in your discussion posts here about such and such a topic. And then the forum description might be a little bit longer, or whatever the case may be. Just make sure that they match. And the easiest way to do that is to type something up, possibly in Word. I'm going to copy this here so I can show you guys how to set it up. So we're going to go back here Again, to get to this point, I was in my unit folder. I just want to go by step again. I went to Tools. I clicked on Discussion Board. And now I'm going to create my discussion board forum. So I'm going to click Create New Forum. When this comes up, this is my front door. So I'm going to put discussion forum 1. And then I'm going to paste my directions in from my document or wherever I've kept those. Again, if you'd like to have the actual numbered list, this works exactly like the assignment does or an item. It's exactly the same box with all the same options. So I could click numbered list like that. Let me get rid of the numbers that I had on there before. And now they look visually a little bit better, right? There we go. Now, after that, I'm making it available so that they can see it. I always click this button right here. Participants must create a thread in order to view other threads in the forum. I have found that with a standard view, what happens is that sometimes students go in, they'll see what other people posted, and they kind of have a tendency to borrow ideas sometimes. So that's the first thing. They have to create their own thread first, and then they can look at other people's and comment on them. The next thing is the grade. So set this to however many points you like. Mine's always 10 for discussion forums. And then I'm going to make sure that this box is checked. It's checked automatically for you. If you uncheck it, that's going to be kind of a problem. Show participants in need of grading status. The reason for that is that if you don't show that they're in need of grading, then it won't alert you that you actually need to grade their post. So you're going to need to check that box off. And then you can set the due date. So this folder, again, I mentioned this before, everything for them, for this folder, that's 2021. That's not what I wanted. I just wanted April, is going to be April 4th at the end of the day. So that is it. The only other thing you can also uncheck is allow file attachments. I do not allow file attachments. I want people to create a thread by typing into the box down here, into the message. If you allow file attachments, then other students have to download that file in order to read and respond to their discussion post. And that's not really something that's user-friendly, especially if they're looking at Blackboard on their phone. So again, typing up the directions in here, what you want them to do. And once that is done, you should copy that, right click and copy, or Control C to copy it, either way. Copy that and get ready to paste it into the back door portion so that they match. This is the front door I'm setting up here. So it is available. Participants create a thread first. I have a grade set for it. It's going to tell me when they need grading, and I have a due date, and then I have also not allowed file attachments. So all of my things are set. I'm going to click submit. Once this is submitted, the whole discussion forums page comes up again, and I am basically linking to this forum. So I'm going to click next. I've just created it. I'm going to click next. And here's the back door, link information. And I'm going to go here and I forgot. I'm going to go here and paste it and make it available. And then that's it. Just click submit. So now when I scan down, There's my discussion forum. All the directions are there. When I click on it, you can see that they'll need to create a thread. And if your students are not used to this, you may have to walk them through it. So they create a thread, and then the description and the directions are there again, and then they can just type their answer, or they can type it in Word and then they can copy and paste it in, and then they can submit their answer as well. And that is it. That's how you create a discussion forum post. I'm going to go back into that link for my, you can see it's still hidden from students, right? I'm going to go into that folder where I just created it. And now I can see all of the content that I've made here so far. My item is here. My 2 links, my 2 files are here. My discussion forum and my assignment. If you don't like the order, you can drag them to reorder them. Maybe I want them to do the assignment before the discussion forum, or maybe I want them to have a discussion forum to talk about things right under my unit goals. I will say that when you drag and drop to reorder, or you can reorder them up here. So let's say I want to move that discussion forum back down to the bottom. Sometimes Blackboard does not keep these changes, and you just kind of have to be like, that's okay. If I click out of this and I click into something else and I come back, my discussion forum may not be at the bottom. But students can still find it, and the due date will be on there for them, so that should be fine. So that's basically it, guys. Pretty easy. Tools, discussion board. Just make sure that you copy and paste your same directions for the front door and the back door. I don't know why Blackboard has you do it twice, but that's how they do it. So that's it. I hope that this was helpful, and in my next video, I'm going to show you how to set up a test.